Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of With Wisdom for 2025. And I can't believe that the year has come to an end. It just seems to have been flown by, probably because we've been having so much fun, Gabby. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. It was quite a year for me.
It's been quite a year for me too. And we are recording just prior to New Year's Eve, but this episode is coming out on New Year's Eve. So this episode, New Year's Eve, 31st of December, the last day of the calendar year, right as we've just passed the winter solstice, we are on that cusp of kind of change. Change is happening, changes all around. For some people, they may be feeling kind of very, very full up to here of food post the Christmas binge, and they're now thinking, "Oh, I need a change. I need to do something different." There's a sort of sense of a shift at this time of the year. What comes up for you, Gabby?
Well, it's since many years I used to write. I still write, but my way of approaching this time of the year has shifted, and I work more into the listening part. No, in the past, of course, I review my year and I reflect on what has been, people that has been with me and what I want to carry over and all this stuff. But for allowing newness, I'm more inclined to learn to stay in this field of potential of an
Mm,
uncertainty and unknown that we tend not to like. Um, but it's actually what it allows you to create something new. Because if you
mm,
just try to recycle what you already know, it's gonna be quite difficult that something new is created.
mm,
So this time of the year has become a moment of stillness and listening, at least at some point. Of course, there's many activities and encounters with people I love, but also allowing this feel of potential to be there
mm,
and to listen into the void of what might come and my mind
mm.
doesn't know yet.
I love that. And that listening piece is perfect for something that I'd like to share with you today. Because for me, it's very much on that quiet, and this has taken me time, I would say. This is something that I've grown into over the time of my life as a coach and a coach mentor and working in this field. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Excuse me.
Bless you. Gesundheit.
Excuse
I don't know
me.
how do you say in English. In English, you say bless you. In German, you say Gesundheit. In
What?
Spanish, salud.
Well, that
So,
hopefully that's it. It's gone now. Um, so there's that piece around deep listening. It's also around, for me, it's definitely reflection. I like that. I like this reflective, quieter point of view, and it's taken me time to learn how to do that. To kind of move away from some of that busyness of the season into that quieter space, the quieter space of winter, the season that we're in. And sometimes we forget because, you know, as humans, I think I said this in the last episode, we're filling our houses with lots of light. With the Christmas lights or the bright lights that we might decorate our houses, it's like we're bringing in all this light and we're pushing away the dark. But actually, to be able to sit in those darker, quieter spaces and listen is a really enriching place to be.
hmm.
And I wanted to share and invite you to join in an embodiment technique today, comes directly from our guest for this month. Our guest was Teresa Wilson, who talked to us a couple of weeks ago, and she works very much with the shadow and the shadow parts. And we talked about in our episode around the golden shadow, because we sometimes think that everything in the shadow is not great, is something dark and sinister, but actually it's just parts of ourselves that we may have forgotten or may have not seen very clearly. So when you're in that listening space that you shared, there's an opportunity for us to bring forward some more supportive parts of ourselves into the light, bring that part of us into the light, that we can then use their gifts to support us as we move forward into the new year. So how would that be for you, Gabby, if you joined me in this exercise?
I'm all in.
You're all in. All right. So for anybody who wishes to join as well, it has two parts, and you might need to have a piece of paper just to scribble any kind of little fleeting thoughts. And they're not the questions that I'm going to ask, they're not going to be, I mean, you may choose to pause the video and write longer pieces, but for Gabby, it's going to be, I'm going to ask her a series of questions. And then if you wish to, Gabby, you want to share. And what we're thinking of is we're transitioning from one year into the next. And what supportive part for you might you like to accompany you on that journey into the next part of your life into 2026? And just as an example of some of those supportive parts, it might be that you might have a part in you which is like a kind of excited, curious child. There could be a part of you that is there like that you haven't really spent much time with. Or it might be the poet in you, that part of you that's the poet. Or the lover. It could be the lover. Or it could be a carer. What supportive parts have you got that you know you have already, Gabby?
Oh, I like all the ones. Can I take all of them?
You can take all of those.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The poet, of course, I want to take it with me because I think that part of me that I have cultivated through the years helps me to relate to myself and the world in a very in a more co-creative and interactive way.
Mm,
And I want to take the lover with me
mm,
for next year. Yeah, love is a big part of my life and intention in how I move in life, and I want to keep growing it in all areas of my life. Yeah, I think that two parts are gonna be very important for the things nurturing and cocooning in my being.
mm.
Yeah.
So you said that you really like to be with that silence, in those quieter spaces. And I think
Mm.
maybe some of these questions might be supportive to you and to anybody who's watching when you're in that quieter space. So to start with, let's just get into the body. So
Mhm.
settling down into your chair, finding the ground beneath your feet, noticing the sort of space between your toes and your heel, and just breathing into your heart, in and out of your heart. I know that sounds very strange, but that kind of keeping that light there, the thought in our heart, because this is the space of relationships. This is the space of connection. This is the space of compassion for others. And this is where we're going to be focusing when we're looking for those supportive parts of us who might be offering wisdom and care and love to us as we move from one year into the other. Jung referred to these parts as inner gold.
Mm.
Mm. And when you try to find gold, you have to dig deep. You have to dig deep, and it is in the most unexpected of places, that gold.
Mm.
So now I'm going to just take you through this imaginative piece, and you might want to have pen and paper to hand. You might want to keep your eyes closed when I ask you the question. It's up to you, you choose. So, what energy is most missing from your inner world at the moment? And we're thinking about the energy of those supportive parts. It could be a compassionate carer, it could be an enthusiastic cheerleader, or maybe a fiery rebel. But which energy is missing from your inner world? And what difference would it make to have more of this energy? Now I can see that you've identified a particular energy. Now I'd like to take you to a party. So imagining you are at a party and you see that the part that embodies this energy, this particular energy, across the room. You're standing in the kitchen and you see them across in the living room. How would you recognize them from a distance? How would you recognize them from a distance? And what are they doing? Are they entertaining a large group? Or are they singing a song? Or are they just sitting quietly listening to somebody in the corner? What are they doing? Oh, they notice you from across the room and they move to join you. How do they move? Do they rush? Do they run? Do they skip? Do they glide? How are they moving towards you? And as you see them coming towards you, what feelings are evoked in you as they move towards you? What feelings are evoked in you as they come towards you? How does this part greet you? They're right there in front of you. How do they greet you? And now, Gabby, I want you to ask this part the following question. What?
Yeah, just a, just a moment, just a moment.
Oh, sorry, I'm going too fast.
Okay.
So they greeted you, and you're asking them a question. What have I forgotten about myself that I need to remember? What have I forgotten about myself that I need to remember?
So just give me a minute.
Mm. What have I forgotten about myself that I need to remember? Mm.
Mhm.
What will help you stay connected to this part, this season, as we move from 2025 to 2026? Now give this part a name. That's your
Hmm?
last. Now give this part a name.
Ah, okay. A name. Hmm.
It could be a generic name like artist or poet or writer, or it could be a name like Sam or Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I invite you to share. This part knows all of your strengths, all of your achievements, all of your successes, all of your accomplishments. It's been with you for the whole of your life.
Mm.
It's always been there. This part knows the right things to say. It knows the right things to be, how to be with you. And this part knows that you are whole and complete. He knows that this part knows that you do not need fixing or improving. So this part is a part that you might wish to take forward with you into 2026. This is a
Mm.
supportive part of
Mm.
you.
Mm.
So Gabby, if you're up to it, maybe you would like to share maybe a little bit, even maybe to share the name of the part. If not, you don't have to. This is your part. This is all about you. You don't may not wish to share it with the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I may rewatch the video afterwards and go a little bit slower because I have
Mm,
a slower pace. But it was beautiful to come into contact with this part of me that has faith in my dreams because
mm,
yeah, as I have shared in some of our episodes, and as you know, because we knew each other in a time of deep transformation where I left my corporate world and I have been walking through this coaching and qigong and also uncovering the poet in me, which was something I didn't plan to. There's still in me there's still it's quieter, but still in me this fear that I of daring to be myself or my truest self and daring to not only to present into the world but believe that I can make a professional, a long-lasting professional path
yeah.
with the elements that are dear to my heart. No, so there's
Mm,
still. Parts of me that needs to have more faith in that, and that was the part that came, this faith in
yes.
my dreams or dreamy part, and it was quite a golden radiant light which it has, and
Mm,
confidence, and it makes me feel safe and welcome, that I belong. And yeah, and I gave it the name that I gave it. It's a name I have been using in some of my writings. Is my mother said, I don't know why, that she wanted to call me Gabriela and the second name Lucia, which they don't
it
like.
means light. Lucia
Yeah,
is light.
yeah, which they don't
Mm,
go along with each other. But I have been um, reparenting Lucia in
mm,
my writings, and I feel more and more, or I have given this name, this part of myself that is bubbling and full of imagination and creativity. It's a little bit
mm.
like a fairy.
Yes. Yes, I
Um,
can imagine that now in my head. Well, I mean,
yeah,
my picture in my head is going to be completely different to yours. Love
yeah.
it.
So that's the part I want to take with me for 2026,
Mm,
which is a year that many things. Actually, my word for 2026, when I do the reflection of the end of the year, there's certain guidance words or virtues or things that I want to cultivate, and one of the words I want to give relevance to 2026 is consolidation. I have
it's a
been in
lovely
this,
word.
yeah, I have been in this transfiguration and dissolution and dying of all my old identities. I have been like sowing seeds and all this stuff, and now I feel that it's a time for consolidation. Yeah,
Mm,
and I feel and sense that bringing this fairy Lucia with me, it's gonna be a powerful ally.
she sounds. I've just gendered her, but it sounds amazing, and I can almost feel that glow from you, from Lucia, coming forward, to sort of support you. So for our people who are watching, actually identifying supportive parts of ourselves to bring forward into the next stage of our life, whether we're going into a new year, but it could be into a new relationship or into a new aspect of our business work, or it could be you've just given birth to your firstborn. What supportive part of you could help you in these transition times when we're stepping from one place to the next. So I really think it's a very valuable tool to have at our disposal, whoever we are, wherever we are. Yeah, we're never alone because we have so many different aspects to our own being that we can
Mm.
pull on to sort of as a resource at challenging and or celebration times of the year. It doesn't have to be only when it's hard and dark, but also more of those kind of joyous and enjoyable times as well.
Mhm.
You shared consolidation. I'm taking a phrase. I haven't completely identified one word, but the moment I have community cohesion is coming with
Mm.
me because I
Mm.
feel that this year of 2025 on a international way has been very fractured, and there are
Mm.
whatever reasons, and I don't want to make this an overly political statement, but there's people who are trying to break the humankind apart,
Mhm.
and I want to be my one little person in saying actually we need to go for community cohesion.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
want to see the strength and the beauty in all of us,
Mhm.
whatever your color, gender, faith, beliefs. That's where I would like to go.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. New Year's Eve. The clock is ticking. I think it's time to say goodbye to 2025. What do you think, Gabby?
Yeah, and before saying goodbye, I want to close with gratitude and
Mm,
I'm very thankful for you for working this month with me in with wisdom
mm,
and yeah and all these years because since we train in the somatic coaching as coaches in the school we have grown together in many ways and share wisdom and love and insights and you have been very generous with me and I'm very very grateful for
and
you.
likewise.
So yeah, so thank you very much and I want to close with gratitude. I'm grateful for everything that brought me here to this day and all the experiences I had, not only in 2025, but all over these years. And yeah, just thanks. And thank you to you who is watching us and who has
Mm,
walked with us through the year, through these months. And we wish you all the best. May your most supportive part come with you to
mm,
2026. May you find the light inside yourself, and may you find also the gratitude in your being. And we may move together, like you say, Sam. I also feel that it's urgent that we come into community
mm.
and that we come together, that we realize that, yeah, we have
We're
power.
so much stronger together than
Yeah.
one. Actually, I also want to say, come with us, viewers, into the new year because
Yeah.
we have an amazing guest for our January, and we'll be looking at the Fool's Journey as we step into that new year. So please join us because you will love the episodes that we've got coming up for you.
Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. And please share if you like it, share with someone that it might help to this person and let us know what you think or what is alive in your life.
Mm.
And yeah, we keep going. See you next
Yes.
year.
Yes. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah. Happy New
Bye
Year.
bye.
Bye bye.